The speakermen are some of the coolest Alliance members to come from the Skibidi Toilet universe. But what if they were amped up to max power? Introducing the Guitar Speakerman, a speakerman that can manipulate the power of rock and roll and is overall 100 times stronger than a regular speakerman. Now, for the next 100 days, I'll be surviving as the Guitar Speakerman, using my electric guitar to shred my way through Skibidi Toilet threats. All the while, I'll grow into bigger forms until I reach the ranks of a Titan. Will I be able to stop the Mutant Horror Skibidi Toilets, or will I face the music? You'll have to watch until the end to find out. On day 1, I spawned in as a speakerman on the stage of an epic rock concert. The excited crowd looked towards me and our leader, the Titan Guitar Speakerman, who is about to put on his greatest performance yet.
I hope you're ready for an awesome time.
Suddenly, the terrifying Mutant Horror Skibidi Toilet crashed into the venue.
Looks like this show is gonna be cut short. Get them, my minions!
The Mutant Horror Skibidi then sent his disgusting army to destroy everything, killing audience members left and right. Our leader stepped forward and tried to intervene with Speakerman attacks. Armed with the power of his electric guitar, the Titan Guitar Speakerman took down minion after minion, sending them flying back with intense rock and roll shockwaves. However, the Mutant Horror Skibidi himself soon came after our Titan and landed a devastating saw blade attack from behind.
Now it's time for the main act. Die!
I watched in horror as he sawed into our leader once more, leaving him on the brink of death. Leader, no!
Please, carry on my legacy. You are our last hope.
Using the last of his strength, the Titan Guitar Speakerman blasted me with powerful sound waves. My ears rang as I shifted into a brand new form. I gained 5 more hearts and was granted my very own electric guitar weapon. I was now a Guitar Speakerman. Once my power was increased, the Titan fell, leaving me alone with the toilet threat.
That little speakerman won't stop me. Get him, men!
On day 2, the Mutant Horror Skibidi left as he sent his minions to finish me off for good. I tried to escape them by climbing to the top of the stage, but I was quickly surrounded by 2 large mutated Skibidis. Time to show you my opening act! I began defending myself against the toilets with the power of rock and roll. Thanks to the upgrade my leader gave me, I was now much stronger than I had been before. With a final spin attack using my new Titan guitar, I took both of them down. Just as I thought I was in the clear, a massive mutated spider Skibidi crashed into the battlefield.
Enough of this! You're going down.
The enemy came after me with his fire attacks, dealing far more damage than his smaller counterparts. I wanted to fight back with my guitar powers, but I couldn't get in close enough to stop his rampage. He then swiped at me, forcing me off the ledge and down onto the ground below.
That guitar doesn't make you a Titan. You'll die like all the others.
Before the toilet could finish me off, a group of speakermen wearing merchandise charged in to defend me.
You're going down in the name of the Guitar Speakerman fan club! Rah!
The fan club members defended me as the head of their club stepped forward.
We can't hold him off for long. I'm gonna get you out of here.
The leader and I took our chance to run as the other members continued to hold off the giant Skibidi. On day 3, the fan club leader took me backstage where we could hide away from the Skibidi threats for now. While I was there, I spotted an interesting Easter egg. Oh hey, I know about those Easter egg things. There are 5 more hidden in the background throughout the video. Take the challenge to try and find all of them.
Can we focus, please?
Sorry, got distracted. You were saying?
Since you're gonna have to carry on the Guitar Speakerman's legacy, you're gonna have to get stronger.
How am I supposed to do that?
With the 5 Alliance instruments, of course. Each faction of the Alliance holds their own legendary instrument that also serves as a powerful weapon. Among these instruments are the TV Man's keyboard, the Pencilman's drums, the Cameraman's microphone, the Drillman's bass guitar, and the Clockman's trumpet. Combined with the power of the Speakerman's electric guitar, you can form a one-man band strong enough to defeat even the Mutant Horror Skibidi.
And it looks like I'm our last chance at winning this war. I'll do it! Suddenly, the mutated spider Skibidi from before dropped from the ceiling. We had been discovered.
Did you really think that those little speakermen could stop me? You're mine now!
The mutated spider Skibidi tried to capture me in his webs, but the fan club leader protected me, getting stuck in my place.
Run! You're our only hope!
I ran for my life as the 8-legged monster stormed close behind me. On days 4 through 7, I was being chased through the overworld by the mutated spider Skibidi. He was bigger and faster than me, and I knew I couldn't keep running forever. It was only a matter of time before I was caught. Just then, I spotted a power plant in the distance. It was the only source of cover I could find, so I rushed inside to find a place to hide.
You think you can hide from me? Think again.
The monstrous toilet smashed through the area looking for me, but his reckless behavior gave me an idea. I rushed towards one of the machines in the power plant and called out towards him. Hey Ugly, come and get me! The enraged Spider Skibidi charged after me, but before he was able to kill me, I jumped out of the way, causing him to collide with the machinery. The voltage zapped him in place, buying me enough time to take cover.
You pest! Come out and face me!
The mutated Spider Skibidi crawled around the power plant in search of me as I tried to stay hidden. I watched from above, keeping out of his sight as he searched for me. I turned around to keep moving when suddenly I heard someone approaching behind me. On days 8 through 10, I was sure I had been caught by an unknown enemy. Just then, I realized it was only a large TV man.
Shh, don't worry, I'm friendly.
Wait a minute, you're just the person I needed to find. I'm seeking your faction's legendary instrument, the keyboard.
I think I know just the person who can help. But first, we need to get out of here.
The two of us stealthed around the power plant until we finally located the exit. However, the mutant Spider Skibidi was already looming in front of it.
This is the only way out of this factory. You'll have to show yourself eventually.
Stand back, I got this. I strummed my electric guitar, creating a sonic boom that knocked over some objects on the other side of the area.
There you are!
The mutated Spider Skibidi flew towards our distraction, allowing us to slip out of the factory. I followed my new ally towards their TV base, but when we arrived, the base was in shambles.
What happened here? Where's our Titan?
There's the survivors! Get them!
Suddenly, a horde of the Mutant Horror Skibidi's minions ambushed us. On days 11 through 14, the TV man and I were fighting it out with the Skibidi Toilet minions. Armed with my guitar, I took out enemy after enemy, with the help of my friend. Although they were tough, the toilets were no match for our combined power. With one final blow, we overcame the threat, leaving nothing but a stray map titled Titan TV Man Prison. Prison? Looks like they captured your Titan.
We have to go help him.
The TV man and I followed our new clue to locate the Titan TV man being held captive by a sawblade Skibidi toilet.
Tell me where the legendary keyboard is!
I never tell scum like you. Get lost.
Then I'll just have to force it out of you!
He used force on the Titan, zapping him with a powerful shock attack. The force was so strong, the TV man's legendary keyboard came flying out of his inventory.
You had it on you the whole time! Thanks, you useless piece of scrap!
The toilet grabbed the upgrade, transforming him into a powerful musical Skibidi toilet. No! Just then, I realized I'd made a grave mistake with my outburst.
Well. Looks like the Guitar Speakerman has arrived. I'll be taking that instrument next!
The enemy charged towards us and we braced ourselves for battle. On days 15 through 17, we were locked in combat with the musical Skibidi Toilet. He used his keyboard saw blades on me for massive amounts of damage, cutting through my armor like butter. He was quickly proving himself to be stronger than any other threat I've faced so far.
You fool! The power of the keyboard will crush you!
He then sent out a barrage of explosive music notes that I quickly tried to evade. I was about to get hit until the TV man pushed me aside and took the blow, killing him instantly. Oh no! TV man! I can't do this alone!
You're not alone.
Just as I thought I was done for, the Titan TV man broke free from his binds and stormed towards the Skibidi toilet, knocking him away from me.
Speakerman, I'm too weak from my captivity. You need to finish him off. Now!
With the Skibidi now weakened by the Titan's damage, I clashed once again, giving it everything I had. I used my guitar to fire attacks at a distance, keeping away from the toilet's blades. With a final strum on my guitar, I struck down the toilet for good. On his death, he dropped the legendary keyboard. I quickly picked it up, and the power of the instrument surged through me, causing me to once again change forms. I grew larger and bulkier until I realized I was now officially a Titan Guitar Speakerman. I had 5 more hearts and new abilities, including a flaming axe guitar.
Looks like you're officially a Titan. If you continue to obtain the legendary instruments, we'll win the war against the Skibidis in no time.
Where should I go next?
Take this map. I snagged it from the toilet when I had the chance.
Looks like this map will take me to the captive speakerman. Time to save my fan club. I parted ways with the TV man and set off to fulfill my rescue mission. On days 18 through 21, I arrived at the location on the map to find all of my speakerman allies captured alongside the mutant spider Skibidi from before. Luckily, I now had the power of the legendary keyboard to back me up. Let my friends go or face the wrath of my music.
You again? Looks like you've gotten stronger, but that won't stop me.
The mutated spider Skibidi crawled towards me and began to attack. I used my new Titan jetpack to evade the toilet and fly in close to land powerful hits with my new abilities. It was becoming clear that he was no longer a match for me.
No, this is impossible.
You terrorized us long enough! I used my guitar flame attack to strike him down for good. After the battle was over, I freed my speakerman allies from their cage.
Looks like you got the second legendary instrument. Just 4 more to go.
The Mutant Horror Skibidi. Let that happen.
Just then, backup arrived in the form of a horrifying brain Skibidi. He had razor-sharp teeth and looked even more terrifying than the spider before him. He swooped down towards me and our battle began. I quickly tried to fend off the new threat using my guitar's mini abilities, but with his tendril attacks, he was able to overwhelm me, piercing my armor and knocking me straight through a building. Speakerman, get out of here!
You aren't the man. Run!
The speakermen scattered, and I thought I was done for, until the ground trembled and a large drillman popped out and attacked the brain Skibidi.
Come with me if you want to live.
With the brain Skibidi dazed, we took the opportunity to escape. On days 22 to 25, I was following the drillman into the ground, but the brain Skibidi soon regained consciousness.
Get back here.
The brain Skibidi gave chase, gaining on me and my ally. We soon drilled into a drillman tunnel to try and lose the Skibidi threat. If he caught us, then we would be in serious trouble. Hey, what was that?
Probably just one of those Easter eggs. They pop up everywhere. Keep moving.
Before the Skibidi could catch us, the drillman dug into an unstable part of the wall. This caused rubble to fall from above and form a blockade, keeping the brain Skibidi from getting to us.
I'll go make sure the speakermen get back safely. You need to speak with our Titan.
Got it. Just tell me where to find him. The drillman pointed me in the right direction, and I set off down a nearby path. I followed the tunnel and eventually found a larger underground area where the Titan drillman was waiting for me. I take it you're the Titan drillman?
I am. I've been informed of your mission, and I want to help you see it through. Please, take our legendary base.
Thank you. I won't let you or the rest of the Alliance down. I moved towards the bass guitar when all of a sudden the evil drillman arrived and took it before I could. He then immediately ran off. Hey, get back here! I chased after the thief, knowing that I needed that guitar. On days 26 through 28, the evil drillman bursted out of the ground as I continued to pursue him. On foot, he was faster than me, but I had exactly the solution to that. I used my jetpack to fly upwards and drop down into his path. Stop right there! You're not taking that instrument! I used my axe attacks on the evil drillman, trying to get him to drop the bass. But he wasn't willing to let the guitar go. He fought back with his drill attacks, but the ones that landed on me didn't hurt like they should have. I got the feeling that he was holding back for some reason.
Please, you don't understand.
I was so focused on getting the guitar from him that I didn't notice that a swarm of Skibidi Toilet minions had arrived, surrounding us both.
We caught up with them! Get that guitar!
We didn't have much of a choice but to work together, so I fought alongside the evil drillman to defend myself against the Skibidis. During the battle, the bass got knocked out of the evil drillman's hands, causing it to shatter on the ground. As if by magic, the pieces of the bass lifted into the air and flew off into 4 different directions. No! Look at what you toilets did! With our combined strength, we were able to defeat the last of the toilets, but the instrument was ruined.
Sorry I didn't have time to explain. The Skibidi Toilets were coming to steal the bass guitar, so I tried to move it before it was too late.
If I had known, I never would have attacked you. Sorry for getting in your way.
Don't worry about that now. We have to find the 4 broken shards and reconstruct the bass before it's too late.
Leave it to me. I took off in search of the lost bass shards. On days 29 through 32, I flew overhead in search of the lost bass shards until I spotted a fairground below me. Let's hope this is a good place to start my search. I dropped down into the fairgrounds and began exploring, looking around the various attractions to see if one of the shards had landed anywhere. Eventually, I came across the first group of shards sitting on a pedestal. There it is! But who put it on this pedestal? Time was of the essence, so I ran in to grab the shard. But a cameraman ran in to stop me before I could.
Hey, that's the grand prize for our talent show. If you want it, you gotta impress me, the judge, and win it fair and square.
Then sign me up! The contest began as all of the contestants, including myself, lined up before a stage. The first contestant was a clown TV man.
First contestant, you may begin.
The clown TV man performed a series of acrobatic stunts. He giddily jumped, flipped, and rolled all over the stage with lots of energy. The cameraman judge gave him 9 points out of 10. The next contestant was a headless toilet. I held my breath, anticipating what his performance would be.
So, how's everyone doing tonight? So, TV men, what's up with those guys? I mean, do they wake up in the morning, or does someone switch them on with a remote?
Boo! That's offensive!
The TV man chucked a tomato at Kevin, knocking him out. The cameraman judge only gave him 5 points for his efforts. I need a perfect 10 to win? No pressure. I got up on stage and composed myself. I took a deep breath, then began shredding on my guitar, my rock and roll abilities knocking the rest of the competition out of the water. The cameraman judge was in awe.
That's it! We have our winner!
Fireworks went off around me as I was declared the winner, and I felt myself filled with pride. But the clown TV man was a sore loser.
Oh, all those years of clown college, and I still lose? I deserve that prize!
The TV man ran to the pedestal and tried the shard, but I immediately followed after him. With one blow, I knocked him out and claimed the shard for myself. Once I had the shard, I noticed that he had also dropped a map. The directions on it led directly to a Skibidi base. This guy was a mole working for the Skibidi Toilets. Let's see what's going on at this base. I took to the skies following the map. On days 33 through 35, I followed the map and arrived at a Skibidi base. There, I saw that the next guitar shard was in their possession and being guarded by several toilet minions. There's the next shard. I better lay low. This place is crawling with goons. I began to sneak around the base, trying to stay out of sight and get in close for the shard. Unfortunately, due to my massive size, a lone guard spotted me.
Over here! It's the—
I took him out with one swift blow before he could give away my position. I realized that sneaking around wasn't viable due to how big I was, so I decided to make a distraction. It was then that I realized that I was hiding behind a parked plane. A plane? How do these guys even use something like this? They've got no arms or legs. Seeing the plane gave me an idea. I tinkered with the plane quietly and managed to activate it. It took off by itself, drawing the attention of the Skibidis.
Hey, that plane's flying away! Everyone, get after it!
The guards all moved as one towards my distraction, and I used the opportunity to sneak closer towards my prize. I then snatched the next base shard without hesitation. I'm halfway there, only 2 more shards.
Or so you think? You got sloppy, tight end.
Just then, a large electric skibidi dropped down in front of me. My cover had been blown. On days 36 through 39, I was being attacked by the electric skibidi. He used his electricity attacks on me, shocking me to my core. Before he could fry me to a crisp, I knocked him back with my shred attack, trying to keep him at bay. Before he could close in on me again, I managed to land an axe attack on him. I felt like I was gaining the upper hand, but his swarm of minions suddenly returned, backing him up.
You can't beat me and my army. Your journey ends here.
I fought off the toilets as they closed in on me, but there were too many of them. If I focused on killing the minions, then I would be left weak and the electric skibidi would be able to kill me for sure. I decided to run for it. As I made my escape, I spotted what looked like another Easter egg. Man, I wish I could rewatch at 0.25 speed to see that better, but I gotta get out of here. I left the base and felt like I would surely be able to escape the pursuing electric skibidi, but I spotted something nearby as I flew. It was the next shard. I changed course, flying down for the shard, but in doing so, I had given the electric skibidi the chance to catch up and hit me with an electric ball attack.
I have you now!
On days 40 through 43, I had been hit by a devastating ball of electricity by the electric skibidi. My health was low, and he was about to kill me. But before he could, the evil drillman suddenly intervened. He used his drill attacks on the electric skibidi, knocking him away. He then ran over to the third base shard and grabbed it.
Speakerman, I found one of the shards. Here's the third shard, along with the last one. Combine them with yours.
He tossed me the third and fourth bass shards, and I threw mine. They magically combined, causing the bass guitar to reform. I then grabbed it, causing me to gain 5 more hearts and new powers.
Bass guitar or no bass guitar, I'll defeat you both!
The electric skibidi rushed at me, but I was much tougher now and used the bass guitar's impressive power against him. As I used the guitar's enhanced fire ability on him, his health reduced drastically. With what was left of his strength, he tried to lunge in and kill me, but the evil drillman ran in and struck him with a drill attack, knocking him away.
You pests! I won't let you get away with this!
Sorry, I can't hear you over the music! I shredded on my guitar one last time and defeated him with its rock and roll powers. Thanks for the help, drill guy. Now there's only 3 more instruments left to go.
I will destroy them first.
Suddenly, the Mutant Horror Skibidi confronted me and my ally. On days 44 through 46, I was fighting with the Mutant Horror Skibidi. He quickly knocked back the drillman with a well-placed saw blade attack. He then unleashed his mutant spike attacks on me, and each blow that landed on me had crushing strength behind it. You're tough, but let's see how you handle these tunes. I used my bass guitar against him, but it wasn't enough to do serious damage against him. He landed another blow against me. Even with my upgrades, he was too powerful.
You foolish titan. Without all of the instruments, you're no match for me. You'll be forgotten, just like every other insignificant Alliance member I've killed.
He came in towards me, looking to land the killing blow.
Brace yourself.
The evil drillman quickly drilled into the ground, making it collapse under my feet. I landed at the bottom. There was a cave entrance in front of me.
Travel through the tunnels and get to the next instrument. I'll hold them off.
Thank you. I won't let you down. I ran through the tunnel as the evil drillman prepared for his next battle. On days 47 through 50, I was traveling through the drillman tunnels, hoping to find my way to the next instrument. Evil drillman saved me. It's only right that I do whatever I can to find that instrument. As I wandered through a cave, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching me. I turned and fired off an attack, but there was nothing there for it to hit. Maybe I'm imagining things. Suddenly, a swarm of serpent skibidis came after me. I fought off the pesky snakes with my musical powers, cutting one down after another. I thought I had managed to defeat them all when their leader suddenly ambushed me. He landed a nasty blow to my back, damaging my jetpack. Look what you did! I landed a deadly musical blow and killed the leader, but the damage had been done. I could no longer fly.
Help! Somebody!
Oh no! Someone's in trouble! I followed the sound of the distressed voice, determined to help those in need. On days 51 to 54, I followed the cries as they became more frantic.
There isn't much time! Hurry!
Don't worry! Hang in there a little longer! I finally arrived at the source of the cries, ready to help. To my shock, all that I found was a giant speaker.
Help!
Somebody!
What the? Was this a trap? Just then, a new voice began to project from the speaker.
That trick worked like a charm, didn't it? Thanks to this legendary microphone, I was able to make quite a bit of noise.
Did you say legendary microphone? Give it back to us, you thief!
Why would I do that? I have you right where I want you.
Suddenly, the room began to tremble around me.
So long, Titan.
Knowing my life was on the line, I ran away as fast as I could. On days 55 through 57, I was running for my life as the cavern continued to tremble around me. Eventually, I was forced to stop as I came across a pool full of lava. I needed to get across, but my jetpack was broken from my previous encounter with the serpent skibidi. Looks like I'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. I used the solid magma rock that had formed on the lava to begin making my way across. I jumped between them, platforming towards the other side. I had to escape before the entire cavern collapsed. Suddenly, the platforms began to collapse behind me. I gotta keep moving. I picked up the pace and jumped across the remaining platforms. I landed on the last of the platforms as the one I had just been on collapsed behind me. With one final jump, I managed to land on the other side of the lava pit. The last of the platforms crumbled into the lava as I ran towards the exit of the cavern. I finally made it back outside through a different exit, escaping the Skibidi Toilet's trap for now. now. These toilets are ruthless. I need to be careful. It was then that I spotted a trail of glass shards along the ground that were leading elsewhere. What's all this about? I followed the trail of glass, wondering where it would take me. On days 58 through 61, I followed the trail of glass, wondering who or what would be at the end of it. Eventually, it led me to an injured cameraman shaking in fear.
Who goes there? Please don't hurt me!
I would never. I'm on your side. What happened to you?
A Skibidi Toilet stole our legendary microphone and shattered my lens in the process. I can't see anything.
That must have been the same toilet that tricked me with that speaker. Just sit tight, okay? I can help you. I searched the area nearby and was able to find some sand. I placed a crafting table down and used the sand to make some glass. I was then able to use the glass to mend the cameraman's lens. I walked back over and tossed him his new lens so he could try it on.
Oh my gosh, I can see! Thank you so much! Although purple is an interesting look.
Do you think you can show me where that toilet went? I'm gonna reclaim the microphone.
Of course, come with me.
The cameraman led me to a massive stadium where we walked inside to find the Mike Skibidi standing on a stage. It doesn't look like he spotted us yet. Unfortunately, just as I said that, he turned and set his sights on me.
You just had to say something.
The Runaway Titan. If you're still alive, then I guess the trap wasn't enough. No matter, you're just in time for Skibidi Mania, the greatest musical performance you'll ever witness.
He used his abilities to make speakers appear all around the battlefield and then went in to attack me. On days 62 to 64, I was fighting with the upgraded microphone Skibidi in an attempt to regain the legendary microphone. I went after him with my sonic boom guitar attacks, but he was able to knock me back towards one of the speakers, causing me to get blasted by its sound waves. With these speakers placed all around the map, that meant that he controlled the battlefield.
Taste the full power of the cameraman's microphone!
He then rushed over to use the mic to make the speakers blast sound waves around me. My ears were in agony and I felt major damage being dealt to me. I couldn't move. That noise! I gotta turn those speakers off! Despite the pain I was feeling, I turned my attention towards one of the speakers and used my long-range attacks to break it. This lessened the power of the speakers and allowed me to move. With my movement restored, I was able to run around the stadium and destroy each one of the other speakers.
No!
Let's see how you do in an even fight. Taste the power of rock and roll. I used the power of the legendary guitar and took him down once and for all. I then took the opportunity to grab the legendary microphone from the stage. I was granted 5 more hearts, new powers, and my jetpack was restored. The cameraman from before then came out of hiding.
That was amazing. Thank you for all your help, but our Titan is still in danger. He was captured, and I need your help to save him.
Leave it to me. The cameraman pointed me in the right direction, and I left the stadium so that I could head off to help. On days 65 through 67, I journeyed in the direction the cameraman directed me. As I journeyed, I happened to find the Mutant Horror Skibidi speaking to a group of his men. What are they talking about? I better listen. I stayed put to see if I could overhear any good intel.
Everyone, listen up. That Guitar Speakerman got the next instrument. It's becoming clear that we'll need to take more drastic measures before he acquires them all.
What do you mean by that, boss?
I've been working on something that will turn the tide of this conflict. Behold, the World Destroyer!
The Mutant Horror Skibidi made a massive explosive machine appear before his men, leaving them all in awe.
When this tech is complete, I will use it to eliminate all of the Alliance in a single blow. Not even the Guitar Speakerman will be able to stop me.
Oh no, this is much worse than I thought. I have to get all the instruments before he can use that bomb. I slipped away before I could be spotted and eventually found my way to the whereabouts of the Titan cameraman. He was trapped in a cage.
I was told you would be coming. Brace yourself. Their leader is here.
Leave it to me. I'll get us out of here before you're spotted. On days 68 to 72, I stepped in the cameraman's prison as quietly as possible to try and break him out. I used my bare fist to try and break the bars apart, but I couldn't even make them budge. Dang it, this isn't working.
Don't you think I tried that already?
Oh, right. I need something with a little more oomph then. I then equipped my weapon and attempted to bust it open with my axe, but I still couldn't make a dent in the cell.
Save your strength. A I've already tried everything in my power to break free. They won't budge.
Not everything. I still have my guitar power.
But that'll alert the guards.
Then you better be ready to run. Here goes nothing. I step back and use my guitar power to blast over the cell. It worked flawlessly. But as the Titan cameraman was freed, I heard some voices nearby.
What was that? Go check on the Titan cameraman.
Let's move. With the Titan cameraman at my side, we escaped before it was too late. On days 73 through 75, I found a location to hide with the Titan cameraman. We could see no one was following us, so it seemed like we had escaped the toilet threat for now.
Thank you for saving me. I see you're seeking the legendary instruments. I think this could help you.
He dropped a map to the pencilman civilization before me, and I picked it up. Whoa, with this, I can ask them where the pencilman drums are held.
That's right, but be careful. Pencilmen don't welcome visitors.
With his advice in mind, I left, using the map as my guide. I arrived at the location marked on the map and found myself approaching the Pencilman civilization. This place is beautiful.
Halt, intruder!
Suddenly, the C-pen dropped down in front of me, preventing me from going any further. Please, I need to speak with your Titan.
I do not recognize you. My purpose is to keep all untrustworthy people out of the city.
But the fate of the Alliance rests on this.
Can you provide evidence to support this claim?
Well, no, but if you just let me talk to the Titan Pencilman, then I...
Insufficient evidence found. Prepare to be eliminated.
The C-pen attacked me, landing a heavy punch on my body and knocking me back into the town square. Ugh, come on! I don't want to fight you. I'm just here to talk. He didn't listen and continued his assault. I didn't want to fight back, but he was relentless. The robot unleashed his minigun attack, firing bullets into me and lowering my health severely. I wasn't gonna make it. On days 76 to 79, C-Pen was about to hit me with a finishing blow, but before he could, a wall of pencils appeared in front of me, shielding me from the robot. I turned and saw that a large pencil man had arrived to save me.
Stand down, C-Pen.
I only obey the Titan. I must complete my objective.
He smashed the pencil wall, ready to continue attacking.
He's out of control. We have to get out of here.
I knocked C-Pen away from me and fled with the large pencil man as C-Pen fired bullets from his minigun at us from afar. I evaded his attacks and we both took cover beside a nearby building before he could fill us with bullet holes. Did we lose him?
For now. Perhaps C-Pen's programming needs some more fine-tuning.
I turned towards the source of the voice and saw that the Titan Pencil Man was standing before me. I had found who I was looking for. On days 80 through 83, I followed the Titan Pencil Man to a private area to discuss the next legendary instrument.
If it isn't the Guitar Speakerman, sorry about C-Pen. He does anything to fulfill his objective.
It's okay. What's important now is what I came here to talk to you about.
What is it?
I'm seeking the Pencilman's legendary instrument, the drums.
Our drums? Why do you need those?
It's the only way I can get enough power to defeat the Mutant Horror Skibidi Toilet.
It sounds like your mission is just. If that's the case, then I'd be happy to help you.
The Titan Pencilman handed me a map, which I picked up quickly.
The drums are sealed within a temple located on this map. If you wish to get them, you must solve the ancient puzzle that seals them inside.
A puzzle? But I don't have any hints.
I need no hints. That's all the information I needed. Later, losers.
I turned around and realized that a rotating arm Skibidi had been listening to our conversation the whole time. He ran away from us at high speed. Oh no! I have to get those drums before the toilets do! I followed the map I had been given and set off to find the drums as fast as I could. On days 84 through 86, I arrived at the temple to find the door sealed just like the Titan Pencil Man had said. The toilets might already be inside. I have to hurry! I looked and saw that there were 4 buttons on the door connected to a box next to the building. Am I supposed to just press them in any order? Suddenly, one of the colors on the box started to blink. Curious, I then pressed the same button. It then repeated, but an extra button color lit up afterwards. I pressed the button in the same order and a 3rd button was added to the sequence. It was like Simon Says. Oh, so I just have to repeat the actions. Time to put my memory to work. I carefully watched the buttons, noting the order in which they were activated. I pressed the buttons, repeating the sequence again and again as extra buttons were added to it. After enough rounds, I solved the puzzle and the door opened. I hurried through the door and to my relief, the drums were waiting for me army inside. You're mine now. I grabbed the instrument and was granted 5 hearts and new powers. Just then, I heard something coming. The Skibidi Toilets were on their way. I braced myself for battle, ready to take down any threat that came my way. On days 87 to 89, the rotating arm Skibidi from before returned to ambush me.
Thanks for solving the puzzle, idiot. I'll be taking that upgrade now.
You'll have to pry it out of my hands! Using my new abilities, I shredded my guitar, unleashing powerful electric attacks onto the rotating arm Skibidi. He was caught off guard by my new powers, and despite his efforts to fight back, he was struggling to keep up with me.
Is this the power of the pencilman drums?
No, this is the power of the new Titan Guitar Speakerman. With one final blow, I unleashed a powerful electric note and killed the rotating arm Skibidi. I thought I was in the clear, when suddenly another Skibidi popped up behind me.
For the Mutant Horror Skibidi!
I thought I was going to be struck down with a critical hit until suddenly the Skibidi was frozen in place. What the?
Looks like I found you just in time.
I turned around and saw that the Titan Clockman had arrived. He had frozen the Skibidi in time. Thanks for the save.
Let's get out of here before this one unfreezes. I have something to discuss with you.
On days 90 to 92, I found a safe spot to talk with the Titan Clockman. Thanks for your help back there. I was actually looking for you and your people.
Let me guess. You're seeking the final Alliance instrument, the Clockman's violin.
Is it that obvious?
I can sense the power of the other instruments within you. Plus, you are playing a giant flaming guitar in battle.
I guess that is the dead giveaway.
We'd be happy to share our power in order to end this war. Take this.
He dropped a strange gear before me. What's this for?
We sealed our instrument away so that it would not be stolen or fall into the wrong hands. Use the gear like a compass, and it will guide you straight to it.
Thank you. I swear that in approximately 8 to 10 days, this war will be over. I grabbed it and took to the skies, following the gear and allowing it to guide me where I needed to go. I kept an eye out as I flew through the air, and eventually I spotted a portal on a secluded island. I quickly dropped down to check it out. This is a bit sketchy, but it's where the gear pointed me. I'll take a chance and go through it. With some hesitation, I passed through the portal, not knowing where it would lead. On days 93 to 95, I found myself entering another dimension. I tried to fly, but my jetpack wasn't working. In this world, it looks like I can't fly. I guess I'll have to complete the mission on foot. I began wandering the alternate dimension in search of the final instrument. The gear pointed me in the right direction, guiding me as I walked through this strange new realm. After some time, the gear tried to lead me through a pack of speaker spider creatures. I don't think those things are friendly. I should find another way around them. I kept my distance, trying to go around the spiders, but I was soon stopped by a pit of lava. I definitely don't want to go for a swim in that stuff. I better be careful. I looked around and spotted a bridge that I could walk across. I began to make my way across the bridge, careful not to misstep or fall. It was nerve-wracking, but I was eventually able to make it across. After a bit more travel, I finally arrived at a clearing where the final instrument was waiting for me. There it is! I approached the instrument, but stopped dead in my tracks when I heard something snoring nearby. I looked and saw that a terrifying huge speaker spider was sleeping in the distance. If I wake that thing up, I'm as good as dead. On days 96 through 98, I was carefully navigating through the area, doing my best to evade the sleeping speaker spider that was nearby. Just then, I accidentally stepped on a block of magma, belting out loud. Ow! Uh-oh! I slowly turned to look over at the sleeping beast, but to my relief, he didn't wake up. I kept walking carefully, and I was able to grab the next instrument. I gained 5 more hearts and new powers. Now that I had all the instruments, I felt stronger than ever. I did it! Suddenly, the beast woke up. You're not so scary now. Let's see how you do against the combined powers of these instruments. I used my new powers to strike the monster down in a single blow. Whoa, I'm even stronger than I expected. The Mutant Horror Skibidi won't know what hit him. I ran back the way I came, jumping through the portal to escape back to my home realm. It was time to end this. On day 99, I flew back to the Speakerman stage from day 1. Unfortunately for me, I found the Mutant Horror Skibidi's army was already waiting for me there.
It's time for us to execute our plans. Nowhere to run, Guitar Speakerman.
I don't need to run. I have the power of all the Alliance instruments on my side.
Let's see how cocky you are after we rip you to pieces.
The army charged me and I ran in to face them, ready to end this for good. The minions I faced overwhelmed me in numbers, but I was determined to slay all of them. Thanks to the variety of powers the instruments granted me, I had everything I needed to counter their attacks and take them down one after the other. I took out multiple toilets with the strum of my guitar strings, making them no match against the strength of a titan. I was more powerful than ever. As this group of toilets fell, I spotted something among their bodies. Looks like those toilets had the final Easter egg. If you missed any, go back through the video and see if you can find them. I turned and wiped out the last of the enemy with ease. I had won the battle, but I would never win the war unless I defeated their leader. Come out and show yourself, you coward! Just then, the Mutant Horror Skibidi flew out from behind the stage and revealed himself.
I've never met anyone as eager to die as you, Titan!
I can say the same about you, you abomination! On day 100, I had finally come face to face with the enemy that started all of this, the Mutant Horror Skibidi. There were no distractions left. It was just me and him.
You've been quite the nuisance, but it looks like you've arrived in time for my final act.
Unlucky for you, I'm here to steal the show. You're gonna pay for everything you did.
Please. I defeated the Guitar Speakerman before, and he's 10 times the Titan you'll ever be. No amount of instruments can change that.
Let's find out.
It's your funeral!
The Mutant Horror Skibidi attacked me, and I charged in to meet him in battle. We clashed, and I felt the strength behind his blows, but I had enough strength of my own now to match him thanks to the wide arsenal of abilities I had acquired. We traded blows back and forth, and it was clear that my abilities were allowing me to hold my own. He began flying around to avoid my guitar's powers, but when he closed in to land attacks on me, I managed to knock him back. I then unleashed a barrage of attacks that I had gathered on my journey to try and defeat him. Despite the amount of different blows I was throwing at him, he was able to throw out a mutated spike attack amidst it all and nail me with it, staggering me. He used this opportunity to run in and use his deadly saws on me at close range, overpowering me. He followed this up with a devastating punch, launching me back and leaving me on the ropes.
I'm afraid it's time for you to leave the stage.
No, it's time for my encore! I unleashed a sudden, powerful attack from my guitar, catching him off guard and wounding him bravely.
No!
With a final, show-stopping performance, I unleashed my final attack and struck him down. My allies had been avenged and the war was over!